Hi. Okay, this is for the ladies who doing their own manicure at home or for themselves. Make sure that you're taking advantage of these two things that comes in your kit. Take advantage of them. A lot of times we don't take advantage of the stuff that comes in the kit. So you taking advantage of it, you using it, and you got your clippers, okay? So how I do first, I start off, I just make sure I clip my nails down. Clip them down. Especially with the even if you're wearing short or long nails, false nails. So that's how I do that. Then when I do it with my so then I use this here. That's when I say take advantage of it. You pushing those cuticles back. You pushing them back because you want to make it. You want to make the nail look natural. So that I did that. Then you want to go ahead, buff that. You want to buff your original nail. You can also file it either way, but I just clip mine. I got my clip. And I just kind of go around the edges. Just like how the Asians do in the salon. You're doing the same technique. Going around. You want to make it look real natural. Then I do it both ways. Then what I do, I make sure that I measure the nail. You want to make sure it fits the nail bed. You want to make sure it's not too big for the nail or too thin for the nail. You want to make sure it fits. Okay, so the bigger one usually goes with your middle finger. So I just make sure I just kind of try different ones. That's what I do to make sure it fits good. Okay, so I find my fit. So that's how I do first. Make sure I find my fit before I put the glue on. I apply it on. And I do the glue on my nail bed. I do it in both places. I do it on my nail bed. And then by me using the nail file, I'm making it to where the glue can stick on. Okay. So I'm doing it. I just add a little bit on both places. And I make sure, I'm making sure it is directly in the middle because you don't want it to look crooked. So I kind of, like a lot of times I kind of turn it to myself like this to make sure the nail isn't crooked. Okay, so I do that. And make sure it's on the right side there. I just kind of press it down. Sometimes I know it can get sticky sometimes like this here. Just kind of want to gently pull it. Sometimes it take more than one go. You just got to kind of know. A lot of time I just count it. I just kind of play with it, count it like that there. Okay. So, and then I use my nail dryer. I do that too. I use that so to kind of, for it to stick on as well. So it's kind of like, to sit there with my nail dryer. And I press it down. That's how I usually do. The nail dryer helps it to dry. So that's what I want to do. If I, if I'm going somewhere, or to a event or just kind of around, and I just want to have my nails looking nice. So that's what I do. I just buy the designer. And always keep this in your purse. So just in case if, it pop off, you can put it back on. You want to be looking crazy with a few nails off and it pop off and some on. So, and that's one thing about me. I don't like having nails pop off. You know what I'm saying? I like, have, like, that's why I keep my glue with me too in my purse. So if they pop off, I'll put them back on like it's nothing. Little nail hack. It's just something, and especially like if you kind of in between going to the salon, you're trying to save money from going to the nail salon, you can, get things and do stuff yourself, okay? Just something cute, and you can do yourself. Blogging with April.